Joining me now on Skype is Amy Howe, co-founder of SCOTUS blog. Amy, welcome back. Good to see you again. We won't know until Saturday who the nominee will be. That said, how do you think the president's selection will impact the makeup of the High Court?
It's likely to be very significant. Justice Ginsburg was one of the most reliably consistent liberal votes on the court for the last 27 years. And we don't know, as you said, who he's likely to nominate to replace her, but it's going to be much more whoever she is going to be much more conservative than Justice Ginsburg and will almost certainly shift the court well to the right.
Amy, what effect do you think that will have on cases before the court, cases such as the Affordable Care Act or cases on abortion?
It's hard to say with the Affordable Care Act. There are a couple of issues in the Affordable Care Act. One is whether or not the individual mandate, the requirement to buy health insurance, is constitutional now that the penalty for not getting health insurance is zero. This was the issue back in 2012. But for a lot of people, I think the real issue is what happens if the Supreme Court says that it's not. And the Chief Justice John Roberts and Justice Brett Kavanaugh have both suggested in the past year or so that there's a strong presumption that even if one part of a law is unconstitutional, that you shouldn't throw the baby out with the bathwater, so to speak, that the rest of the law should normally still be constitutional. So even if the court does agree that the mandate is unconstitutional, it could very well be that the rest of the law still survives, no matter who the president nominates to replace Justice Ginsburg.
The front runner appears to be Judge Amy Coney Barrett. Been hearing her name a lot. She has been considered before. What are your thoughts on her as a possible replacement?
So she is, obviously extremely well qualified. I think she's certainly someone who would have a lot of support from religious conservatives. Back when she was nominated for the U.S. Court of Appeals for the Seventh Circuit, she was under fire from a lot of Democratic senators at her Senate confirmation hearing. Senator Dianne Feinstein of California sort of pressed her on the extent to which her Catholic faith might affect her judging. She said, the dogma lives loudly within you. And it may well have had the opposite effect and helped to make her a front runner for the position. But I think she's widely regarded. When she was nominated for the Seventh Circuit, everyone on the faculty at Notre Dame, where she was a law professor for 15 years, signed a letter supporting her nomination. So she's conservative, very smart, very well liked.
Amy, as you know, Democrats have been critical of the speed of this process to fill Justice Ginsburg's seat before the November election. Do you think it's possible that the confirmation process could be completed by then?
So it's a really interesting question. Obviously, it could theoretically, it would be much faster than the confirmation process in the past. The average speed since I think 1975 for confirmations has been about 70 days. Justice Ginsburg took 50 days. Justice Neil Gorsuch, which may be the best example because he was nominated shortly after the president took office back in 2017, and when there was an open seat after the death of Justice Scalia, took 66 days. If the president nominates someone on Saturday, as he's announced he will, there'd be 38 days until Election Day, so it would be much, much faster than normal. That certainly is not.
Amy, thank you so much for your time.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Amy, thank you so much. And thanks so much for your time. We appreciate it. Amy Howe, co-founder of SCOTUS blog.